Well, hello my dear students. I'm so much happy and excited to meet you all in this video wherein we'll be discussing about the ways which we can create in a simple application using Android Studio, and the version that which we are using for today's session is Bumblebee. So let's get started. So I'm just recording this video as and when I'm doing this exercise, please do follow it, and then I have also shared the screenshots required for you to understand the coding and how we can go forward and create the basic application Android Studio. And this is the first exercise, so let's get started. So as mentioned before, I have just opened up this particular Android Studio. So the moment when you open up Android Studio, create new project, click on empty activity and click on next, and give it a name. You can give any name that you want to, okay, and that's it. And you can change the package name. It's com.example and language is Java and is lollipop minimum SDK, and click on finish. All right, so and you have two things, activity main.xml and main activity.java, and you need to go into activity main.xml, and you just supposed to go for and click on the split button where it gives you the coding as well as the design over here. And what we are supposed to do is we are supposed to change a specific set of codings over here. Click on the RES, the resolution that you see on the left hand side, and click on the arrow button and click on the values, and you see themes. Click on that and click on themes.xml and change dark action bar to navigation, okay, no action bar. And the second themes also click on dark action bar to no action bar over here. All right, so we can close those two themes tabs, and then this is the place where we are going to type in the coding. So let's get started. First of all, we can go forward and remove this text view altogether, okay, just an example a coding, and change that first line into a relative layout, and therefore we can choose the reset button, extend to 25% or 33%, then we can reset completely. And let's go forward, and as you can see here, I have created a particular folder with all the images, background image as well as the social media icons, and I'm just going to go ahead and use the background image, but you can use whatever background image that you want to. Right click on the drawable folder name and click on the paste option and click on OK and click on OK. That's it, and you have the background image .png inside the drawable folder. Okay, so the reason is we are supposed to go forward and change the background image. So the command is android : background equals add drawable background. Therefore we will get the background image automatically, and that's what it shows over here. Now after this, we are supposed to go forward and type in certain text over here, and the coding is as follows for you. Okay, and just follow the on-screen instruction. This is a simple example of creating a login button, username, password, and henceforth we can go forward and do this. Here we go. This is a text view followed by the codings called as a layout width. The moment we type in layout width, the sign in button appears over here. Okay, and the text is sign in, the text color, add color, and it is white. You can have whatever color that you want to, but I'm just keeping it as white over here. And the text size is 35, and it should fit this particular mobile screen. Therefore I'm keeping it as 35, and layout margin is at 50 dp. I'm keeping the sign word at the center. Okay, I'm typing in the center over here, and the text style is equal to bold. It was normal, but we can change it to bold over here. Just follow the on-screen codings here and you're good to go. And type in the, we're giving an ID as add plus ID sign in. Okay, it's an ID for that word called as sign in, and everything is happening in between the relative layout. And next we type in the edit text keyword, and the layout width is equal to match parent. So match parent is nothing but whatever which you are typing under the text view, it should just follow the same thing. and you know what is the word keyword called as wrap. It's a wrap content, and we are just giving an ID also for this. We gave the sign in as @+id /sign in. The same thing we are going to give for username. However, the username should come below the sign in word, therefore we are giving it as Android:layout_below @id / the username. Okay, and here we go. Okay, and we are given the username as hint. The hint means nothing but the user is supposed to type in something over there, and the hint is nothing but a normal word for the user to identify what he is supposed to type it over there. And the color is white. Okay, and the 10 pixels are given over here. Layout margin is 10 pixels, and the padding, which means the configuration, the space between the topmost sign in and the bottom username, it is padding over here. And typing in the Android background, the color, it is 30, and the color is 30 followed by F, which means white over here. Alright, so and after that we have successfully created sign in and username over here, and then we go forward and right click on drawable to give a small icon. Click on new and click on vector assets. You will find this a background. Click on clip art and type in anything which is related to user, or we can type in person. Yes, we have this icon here, we can click on it. Okay, it's a white icon, and everything is normal, and we can choose the color also. Click on next and we can click on finish, and you have the word username appearing in the form of a white color. And then we go forward and keep it towards the left, and we type in @drawable IC baseline. It is nothing but the username icon. It has a name called as IC baseline person out. So we also have the padding here. The padding is nothing but the spacing between one entity and the next entity, and that's it. And we just need to copy paste the same thing, because we also need to, since this is a login application, we have username and password. Whatever we done for the username, we can just change it to password. That's what it's been done here, and we can change it to username also, and later we can type it as password. Okay, and then we can right click new and vector asset and change the clip art icon for your password to something else, and we can type in info, and we have that info, the I tab, the I icon, and see the name given over here, IC base info 24. Click on finish, and then you can change it info 24. Therefore you have that I icon, the password also here. And next we are going into the next series, wherein we are going to create the login button, that is the main event. So we type in the material and then the word material button, then the entire line gets generated automatically. We type in Android layout width, we're going to wrap the content, and then the ID is @+id login button. You can give your own name over here, and the layout below is the login. The text is login over here, and the background is you can give any color for that matter. Okay, design default color secondary, and we want to keep it in the center, and we're giving it as true. Android layout center horizontal is equal to true, which means we keep it in the center below the password tab. And we can give the numbers actually, like 20, the margin, and also the padding also we can specify it over here. And after that, I have shared some icons for you in your LMS Moodle login. You can go ahead and access them via your username and password. And I'm just typing the text view over here, like forget password. So we are opening up the less than symbol text view, the width as well as the layout. We're giving the ID and the layout below the login button. The login button is the identifier for the login button that you see here on the mobile screen. So we are bringing in a text called as forget password, and the color is white, it is visible over here. Then we want to keep it in the center, so it is horizontal and center, and it is equal to true. Then we type in the layout margin as 20. Okay, and then we just need to go forward and bring in the particular social media icons, which I have also shared it with you in your LMS Moodle login. I'm opening it up over here, and I'm copy pasting it and keeping it into the drawable icon. Right click on drawable, click on paste, and that's it, and you're good to go. You will have everything: background, FB icon, Twitter, Google, everything. So I want to keep it at the bottom of the forget password, the bottom of the mobile screen. So let's just find out how it is possible. I type in the text view and the layout width, and the layout height also as wrap content. The Android ID is equal to, we need to mention ID for anything and everything. We have mentioned ID for username, password, as well as login button and forget password. And we are just going to go forward and sign in with your social media icons. It is just normal thing that you can see it in each and every login page, that whenever you are forgetting your password, but you know your username and password for your Google Gmail. So there are options like whether you want to log in with your username and password, or you would like to log in with your Google username and password. So that is what we are going to bring it over here. And the commands are linear layout, and we are mentioning the width and the height for anything and everything, so please take note of it. Okay, and I would appreciate if you would go forward and take note of all the commands which are visible here for you, and you can go forward and write them on your observation, and I'll be checking it from time to time. So it's an image. We are going to go forward and bring an image over here, and the width and the height as mentioned as 48, and the source is we are taking from drawable. So at drawable / Google, and you do it, and it is in the top left hand corner of the mobile screen. We need to bring it at the bottom below the forget password. So we are going into the linear layout, and align parent bottom, it is equal to true. Therefore when you type it, the entire icon comes to the bottom of the page, as you can see here, and we are aligning it at the center. We just need to copy this and paste it 3 times, 1 2 3, because we have 3 icons. One is for Google, next one is for Facebook, and next one is for Twitter, as you can see here. All right, and then after that you go into the image view, and then let us just go forward and do the margin. It is 20 dp from the bottom. Okay, and we can just mention the spacing between each and every icon. Okay, therefore everything is up and running. Okay, and what we need to do is, since everything is okay over here, we type in the ID for the linear layout social icons, because ID is required for anything and everything. And this is text view, layout above social. Okay, and we need to go forward and keep the sign in with above the social media icons at the bottom. Therefore we are typing is layout above, and everything is just working just fine here. And I have mentioned 2 tabs in the beginning of this video. One is XML and one is Java tab. So after this we need to type in just one last command, and the Android input type is equivalent to the text password for this password ID, and we also type in, and we click into main activity.java, wherein we are supposed to type in certain codings, and here are the codings for you. Let me just go forward, and as you can see here, it is available here for you. You just need to follow this and then type in exactly as you can see on the screen. Okay, and username is equal to the username, and password is equal to the password which you are setting it over here. This is called as we are typing all these things under main activity.java. Okay, that's the password. Okay, and we are also creating this login button, starting with the keyboard called as button login btn, and we go forward and type in the button, and find view by ID. We have already mentioned the ID for the button in activity_main.xml. That's the material button. So we are just comparing anything and everything which is typed under activity_main.xml, and we're trying to compare the settings and type the same setting here under main activity.java. So basically, when you type in the appropriate username and password, it should give us a pop-up message, a login successful or login failed, simple as it is. So the main purpose of this particular video is to help you to get comfortable with all the things that you're supposed to do with Android Studio application, and that is the main concept behind this video. So I hope you all understand and feel comfortable in terms of typing the commands properly. And then once we go forward and type in the username, which is admin, and the password to string, which is also equal to admin. So basically, if the username and the password is equal to admin and admin, you're supposed to get a proper message called as login successful, or else it should be a login failure. Simple. That is what the command is all about. So just take a look into the command over here. If it is correct, if both the username and password is equal to the word admin, you're supposed to go forward and see a message on the screen called as login successful. Okay, and if it is incorrect, it is supposed to give you login failure. So that is what these commands are all about. The same command is copy pasted over here. Above command is login successful, and the below command is login failed. It is as simple as it is. That's it. And when you click on activity.xml, click on the play button. It should come like this that you see on the screen for you. Okay, it is just a lollipop operating system based mobile phone. We're able to type something over there. Yes, we're able to type in using the keyboard on that mobile phone, and it should give you as login failed actually, because it is not admin and admin. Login failed. Yes, you can see that message here. Next one, you're supposed to type in admin as well as admin. If you do that, you will be in a position to see as login successful. That's it, login is successful over here. So basically what we've done today is we have created a small application using Android Studio by means of using admin and admin as username and password, and we have discussed the codings as well as anything and everything that you're supposed to do in terms of this particular experiment number 1, wherein you're supposed to know what are the tools available under Android Studio and creating a simple application using the codings which is called as a login application, which we've done it so far. Now regarding the files, where you can find the files is I've taken a lot of screenshots, and I'm also sharing this video with you in terms of YouTube, and I'll be sharing the link with you in your LMS Moodle login. Please make sure that you log into your Moodle and check whether everything is available or not. Okay, so thank you so much for joining in the session. I'm so much happy to meet you all as an entire team. I'm so much happy and excited to meet you all. So thank you so much for your time, and you have a great day ahead. Take care. Bye bye.